solve a cone in this video. So let me go ahead and take a screenshot so we can get started here. So in this example, we are given a cone with a radius of 8 centimeters and a height of 18 centimeters. The formula for a cone is 1/3 times area of the base times the height. That's going to give us volume. However, to find the area of the base, since it is a circle, we use the formula pi r squared. This is going to give us our area of the base. So instead of multiplying 1, 2, 3 things, we actually end up multiplying 1, 2, 3, 4 things when finding the volume of a cone. So let's go ahead and label what we know, and then we'll go ahead and use our calculator to get the answer. So the radius for this cone, remember, radius goes from the center to the edge, so that's how I know that's the radius. And the radius is going to be 8 centimeters, okay? Your height is going to be 18 centimeters. So these are the two values that we're going to be using, and we're going to substitute. So we have 1/3 times pi, so pi is 3.14, times our radius squared, times our height, which is 18. All right, so this is the easy part. It seems to me, from what I've noticed, that the challenging part is once we put it in the calculator. So we're going to start off with 1/3. So 1 divided by 3 gives us my fraction. I'm going to push to the right, and then you're going to press times. If you don't do that, it's going to put everything in the denominator, and you're going to get the wrong answer. Multiply it by 3.14, and then multiply by 8 squared, and then multiply it by 18. So the answer for this problem is 1,205 and 76 hundredths. So 1,205 and 76 hundredths. Now this is measured in cubic centimeters. So we're going to put centimeters to the 3rd power. All right. So that's going to be this example right here. Now let's go ahead and move on to example number 2. All right, example number 2, find the volume of a cone. We see that the circle now has a diameter of 8 feet and a height of 9 feet. So before I get started, let me go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Okay, so I cannot use the diameter. This is your diameter. If you want to find the radius, we need to take the diameter and divide it by 2. So if I do that, my radius is going to turn out to be 4. I'm not going to use this number anymore. So I'm going to put that right here, 4 feet. And the height is going to be 9 feet. So we'll go ahead and substitute that. So 1/3 times pi times the radius squared times our height. Go ahead and take your calculator, and you're going to type 1/3, push to the right, and press times 3.14 times 4 squared times 9. So the answer is 150 and 72 hundredths. So we're going to put 150 and 72 hundredths, and this is measured in cubic feet. Okay, so that's going to be answer for this problem. Now let's say you're not comfortable multiplying by 1/3. There is another method you can do, but you cannot forget the parentheses. So what's the other method to get the answer? You start with parentheses, and we start with pi, the radius squared, times the height. You're going to focus those numbers. You're going to close your parentheses, and then you can divide by 3 instead, and you'll still get the same answer. So either you multiply by 1/3 or after you close your parentheses, you can divide by 3. So those are two different ways to get the answer. Let's move on to the next example. All right, in this example, we do have a cone that has been tipped over on its side. Okay, so what you want to do in a situation like this is you want to find the circle, because once you find the circle, you know that that right there is the radius. So if that's your radius, then that means that this is the height, even though it's on its side. And this is still measured in feet. So we're going to substitute 1/3 times pi times our radius squared times the height, which is 3. All right, so let's go ahead and do both methods. We'll do 1/3, move to the right, times 3.14 times 2 squared times 3, and the answer is 12.56. All right, let's do it the other way. The other way is to put parentheses, start with pi times 2 squared times 3, close parentheses, then divided by 3, and we get the same answer. So my answer here is 12 and 56 hundredths cubic feet. Now, let's say that you wanted to round to the 10th place. So if I want to round to the 10th place, what do? Well, this right here is your 10th place. So what you can do is you can put a little door between the 10th place and the hundredths. Ask yourself, the number outside, is that number 5 or less? If it's 5 or less, we're going to let it rest. But no, if it's 5 or more, we're going to add one more. So we're going to add one more to that 5. So my answer would be 12.6 cubic feet if I wanted to round this to the 10th place. Okay? All right, so this is going to do it for today's lesson on examples for volume of a cone.